Yo, what is good, everyone, bro? I am back, man. After I think a 3 month hiatus. If not 3 months, it was just about. Feels good to be back, man. I want to be more consistent with posting. I want to be more consistent with my trading. The reason for my hiatus was a few things. One, if you had seen my previous videos, I blew like four evaluations. So part of it was just me wanting to kind of get back to the drawing board, figure things out. But I also did have a lot of other personal things going on in my life that it was just kind of a lot going on. And to kind of prioritize trading the way I wanted to, it just wasn't going to happen. So I decided to take a little bit of a break from posting, take a break from trading. So I actually haven't traded in 2 months, something like that. So it's been a minute, man. But I have been very productive throughout the time being. I've been working very hard on refining my strategy and kind of figuring out what the core issues were of my system. And I have come to the bottom of it. I'm now sitting at a pretty consistent 60 to like 75% win rate, which is significantly higher than what it was before. It was like, maybe like 50, to be honest with you. It was strictly 50. So I have improved a lot, and this week is my first week trading. So today is Saturday. Today's Friday. I lied. It's Friday night. We're going into Saturday. And this past week that just happened was my first week back trading. Now I meant to start posting throughout the week, start like kind of reviewing my trades and stuff like that, but I just never got around to it. So I'll start now. I'll show you all the trades I took this week. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was some weird ass trades, but we are up. We are up like 800 on the account. So I'm about a third of the way there, more like a, a fourth actually, something like that. Um, I actually should be like halfway, but I made a really dumb mistake yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, and I blew like $500 on the account. So I was up like 1,300, but yeah, I kind of smoked it. But yeah, man, we are back. So to kind of give you all a quick update on what's been going on. So like I said, I was really back testing. I actually at one point kind of even put my strategy down away. Like I actually just started trading a different system because I just didn't. I no longer had the confidence in the system that I had and that I was trading because it just wasn't working on the combines. When I really look back on it, it was working for the most part. It was just a lot of trades that I shouldn't have been taking, and it was really more of a matter of learning which ones to not take, and which ones were higher probability, lower probability. There was a lot of things that I was missing, so I have really refined things a lot. I'm super excited to get back because I really feel like now I'm not really waiting on anything. I really have all I need to kind of be successful with it. So it just comes down to discipline and consistency from here on out. So to give you all a quick rundown on the week, so I had a trade. I labeled my trades as NETPs. That's just a no entry take profit, meaning I basically did all the right things. I just didn't get an entry. I did all the right things. Trade hit TP. The only problem was I just never actually got filled in on the orders. So I usually set limit orders. I'm not really a market executor right now. I just kind of set my limit orders and I just wait for price to come down and get it. Or I will, if I ever market execute, it'll be like price already came down to my entry level. So basically, in NETP is just like, yeah, hit TP, had the right buys, everything was good, smooth. I just wasn't in the trade. I couldn't get tagged in. So this was one of them. This was Monday, I want to say. You can see right after this candle right here, I set a limit order right here, and I just never got filled. Funny enough, it actually, do I have a screenshot? No, I don't. This right here, it looks like price is gonna smack my previous day low, which was my draw. Bro, it never did. Like it just, I think it was like half a tick. So it was kind of a weird trade. I didn't get filled. Had I gotten filled, I technically wouldn't have hit TP. But I just log it because I like to have these for data, just knowing when can I execute quicker. What times of the market basically does it make sense to market execute, stuff like that. I just want to log the data. So that's really all I did on Monday. Wasn't much. Tuesday was a little bit of a weird trade. Well, I don't really usually take these types of trades, but again, I was ridiculously confident on this draw. I think this was also previous day low. Um, Price was just, dude, this was like 2 minutes into market open. Where is it? So this candle right here, once price was at about, like, I would say this low right here, and I saw that there was like 4 seconds left for the candle to close, and we were already down here with like full, momentum to the downside. I just entered. I was just, that's the only time I really market executed, and I just took profit. I was gonna take profit here, but it was just such a low risk to reward, so I just let it run a little bit. I did move to break even as soon as price hit this previous day low, which is the white line, and I kind of let it rock out. It kept plummeting. I could have absolutely trailed, but I didn't want to get greedy. I was up like 600 just from this small trade because I risked pretty damn heavy. Once I saw price kind of playing a little bit right here, I just exited. So very weird trade. Yeah, I was in that trade for 28 seconds. I think it was like it was weird. It was super fast. I honestly don't take those usually, but I was just so confident on the draw. So I basically full ported. But again, not really a trade I like to be taking. I actually probably, in hindsight, wouldn't have took it. It wasn't technically a break of my rules. I had everything I needed, but it was, I don't know, it was a stretch. But hey, we were up 700 for that day. Wednesday was weird, bro. I did what happened was, yeah, so I broke my rules, bro. I broke my rules. I don't want to go into too heavy what rule I broke because I'm not trying to make this video super long, but yeah, I broke a rule. But we still won for the day. So I just kind of tried to take the lesson the easy way, try to drill it in my head that, yeah, I made profit that day, but that's dangerous, bro. I'm not trying to be doing that. You know what I mean? And then Thursday was super annoying, bro. I did everything correct, but yeah, I got rinsed. I don't know what happened here, bro. Um, I was trying to aim for these Asia highs right here. There was like four stacked equal highs right here, damn near. I really wanted this draw up here to get hit, and I was so certain that it would. Somehow it just never did. It's just one of those things. I was so confident, bro. I was so confident in this trade, and it just never hit. So that was an L. That was the first and only loss of the week, and I was very happy taking that loss because I look back on it. That's a trade I would have took again, to be honest with you. So the only thing I will say actually is that I did miss an entry on the 1 minute. This was on the 5 minute, right? I missed a 1 minute entry somewhere down here. So I think maybe there was a little bit of FOMO. I just really wanted to participate in these highs being taken, but obviously here is slightly lower probability given that we have these two massive bearish candles down here. It's just a lot of momentum to the downside. So, it's still aligned with my strategy. I'm not mad I took it, but obviously it would have been nice to take advantage of that 1 minute trade somewhere down here. It was literally right there. It was pre-market, I think, anyway, so I wouldn't have took it regardless, but it still would have been nice. But yeah, that was the week. Pretty straightforward week. A few weird trades in there. Ironically, the two trades that I kind of slightly regret taking were the ones that I won, and then the trade that I really, really had full conviction in, that was the one that lost. So it was just, I don't know, a little weird. But obviously, this one I never got filled. But in my head, I kind of view it as a win because my analysis was right, my bias was right, my everything that I predicted was going to happen happened. I just was a few ticks away from actually getting filled on the order, and then obviously I missed a TP by half a point, but I don't care about that. It's still kind of a win to me because I did all the right things and had the right bias. So to me, that's kind of a win in my head. So pretty good week, to be honest, bro. Just getting back into it. Pretty happy with my performance so far. I'm just trying to stay very, very diligent. I'm trying to stay very focused in terms of like what trades I'm taking. I don't want to just force things. So we'll see. I took kind of a lot of trades this week, 3, I guess, which is a little high for me, but we're cool with it, man. So that's where I'm at now. I will continue being consistent posting. I want to post every single trade I take from here on out. Full accountability is going to help me, and it's going to help you guys learn just kind of what I do, what I look for, and certain things like that. So, but it's also going to help me with accountability because not only do I have to log every trade that I take, but now I got to post it, so it kind of keeps me accountable to make sure I'm taking trades that I should be taking and just not letting my, my emotions. Because at this point, bro, like I could show you guys my back testing results. I'll probably do that in the next video, but I'm smooth. I'm chilling. Like I have a successful system. I'll put it to you that way. So the only thing that can really sabotage me now is myself. So I felt like before that was obviously still the case, but I still felt like I actually didn't have that much confidence in my system. I had enough to take trades, but after like that one losing streak, I pretty much just lost all confidence in my system, in myself, and then I just started kind of crashing out psychologically. So it was a mix of the two. Now it's to the point where, look, I am profitable. I just have to stick with my system to a T, and I'll be good. So that's that. Don't really have much else to offer to this video. I've summed up where I've been, why I haven't been posting. I've summed up my comeback. I have summed up the trades that I took this week, and yeah, I mean that's about it, bro. But I will be going. I'll be doubling down on posting. I'll be doubling down on my consistency with all of this. I don't want to just be trading. I want to be building a brand, bro. So here we are, bro. Here we are. So with that being said, I'm gonna close this video out because I gotta head to the gym still and gotta do some dishes. But I appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for the next coming videos. I will probably do a market analysis, or not analysis, but like maybe a market outlook, weekly outlook video on Sunday. We'll see. I may do that, but definitely be a lot more consistent. So stay lookout, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.